you don't wear a bra, grounded. Okay, so I was sitting in my room doing schoolwork when my mom came in. Now, in my room, I have my privacy. I wasn't in a Google Meet or anything or in class. I take online classes, so I wasn't wearing a bra. Now, because of my chest size, E38, it's very noticeable when I'm not wearing a bra unless I was wearing an oversized shirt, which normally I do, even if I'm wearing one. So my mom came into my room, and when she noticed that I wasn't wearing a bra, she began yelling at me, telling me I should be more of a lady. I kind of just sat there and stared at her before going back to my schoolwork. Then she began to yell at me even more for ignoring her and slammed my computer shut, so I had to listen to her. I didn't even get a word in to tell her to leave me alone. She just said, "From now on, if you don't wear a bra, you're grounded." Now, normally I do wear them, but mine are a little too small at the moment, and my parents keep putting me off to get new ones, so they're very uncomfortable to wear. I'm unsure if I'm complaining for no reason, or if my mom is just trying to find something new to yell at me for. We're a pet sitting service, lady. Okay, buckle up. This one here is a doozy. Okay, so I work for a pet/house sitting company, and I had a new client on my schedule for 3 visits a day for 2 weeks to take care of a dog. So when I get to the house and go in, I see a kid and thought, they must be running late leaving and didn't let us know. So I said hi to the kid and said, "It's okay, don't be scared." And then I called out for the parents. The kid said, "They're gone." I asked, "What do you mean?" The kid then said I needed to hurry up and make her breakfast and take her to school. I asked again, "What do you mean? Where are your parents?" She said, "They're gone on their trip," and again told me to hurry up because she's hungry. I asked how old she is. She said 7. I asked, "They left you here alone?" She said, "Yeah. Her mom told her we'd be by in the morning to make her breakfast and take her to school, in the afternoon to pick her up from school and make her a snack, and at night to make her supper." So I made up a name and I asked, "Where's Macy the dog?" She said, "They don't have a dog." I said, "When the owner came for the client meeting and to get the house keys, she met a dog." The kid said her mom borrowed the neighbor's dog. Oh my God. So I called the company owner and told her what was going on. Of course, she was flabbergasted and came over immediately. She tried to get a hold of the kid's parents, but they weren't answering their phones, so she called CPS and explained everything when they got there. CPS took the kid, the parents' info, and left. The next day, the kid's mom called the owner and left a rambling message, screaming about how could we turn her kid into CPS and we broke the contract, they're gonna sue her for that and also for the cost of their ruined vacation. The owner called them back and told them our agreement was to take care of a dog, not a kid. And that was illegal anyway. And also, borrowing a dog for her to meet for the client meeting was deliberate misrepresentation. So, good luck with the lawsuit. She hasn't heard from them since, and I guess our pet sitting service was cheaper than hiring someone to watch the child properly. We still can't understand how this woman thought this would actually work. My baby can break all the shit she wants. So, I accidentally smashed a glass today, which was annoying, but it made me think of this little gem from like 10 years ago. I just observed, so not really relevant to the story. It was one of the rare times where we'd all just go out and order a pizza or something for dinner. We were on a strict anti-junk food policy, and while we were waiting for our order, sister was running around and being silly, while stepsister was leaning against a shop window. You know those shops under the building? She'd apply a lot of weight to it, and despite my sister repeatedly telling her not to, she'd move back and forth, pushing herself off the window. As you've all guessed, it popped out of the frame, fell to the floor, shattering. 2 ladies ran outside furious and began scolding my stepsister. For a brief moment, I was expecting her to run and scream into her mommy, but she didn't have to. My entitled stepmom wasn't that far away and stormed over, angrily telling them not to yell at her daughter. They showed her the damage, and she tried loudly proclaiming they broke it to set her daughter up, and got mad when my sister said she was lying. Now, for someone who had their window smashed, I think the ladies were calmer than most would be. Then came the part where they insisted she pay for the window. She offered like $10, not actual currency, but it added to $10. Needless to say, they demanded she pay to replace what her daughter broke. Now, my entitled dad chimed in that it wasn't my stepsister's fault, so he felt like they didn't have to pay anything, even though it was her fault. We then got our food and they left, demanding us to follow, leaving behind two very angry ladies. Then, when we got home, my entitled dad scolded both my sister and me for turning on my stepsister and entitled stepmom, even though I had never said a word, even once, while my entitled stepmom coddled my stepsister, telling her she did nothing wrong and people need to be more understanding. Ridiculous.